All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakwadash. I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutation to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, this is the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another live lesson. Today's live lesson is entitled, There Shall Be No Whores of the Daughters of Israel. And I was going to title it the whole scripture, which I'm going to bring it out. Matter of fact, let me bring it out first. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 15. I'm sorry. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And when you look at the children of Israel today, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and people that go back to us on your forefathers' side amongst our nation, you see whorish behavior, whorish activity, a whorish mentality, mindset, as well as a sodomite behavior, sodomite mindset amongst the children of Israel, the men and the women. When the scriptures directly put that as a law, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, that's a law that there shall be no whores of the daughter of Israel, no sodomites of the sons of Israel. Why? Because these other nations, they were doing that shit amongst their people. You know, you got something called what is it? Temple harlot, Babylonian harlot, or temple prostitutes, man, or harlots, man. Okay, and that's what you have amongst Israel today. Now, I have on the screen right here this video, WAP, by Cardi B, which I still haven't watched the whole video, but I just got a still on it because this, and also this video was inspired by a video that was done by the elder Zaab and the brother Ayashia from the Mississippi camp. Now, they had mentioned the Babylonian, prostitutes, or the sacred Babylonian prostitutes, which I think I got a picture of it. Right, it's called Babylonian temple harlots, man. Which this is the mind state that our women of our nation they're in, and they don't even know it. They think what they're doing, these same symbols that they have with the woman clutching her breast, you know, she's naked, these wide hips, the big bosoms, the small waist, all of that comes from what? From these ancient nations, man. That this is what they were doing when they were doing these activities. They were doing this shit. When they were doing this shit, they were what? Practicing bestiality, as you can see on this statue right here. They're practicing bestiality, orgies. You know, women and men having illicit sexual activity. This is the same vibration that's being pushed today, heavy into the world, but they're using the children of Israel to do so, and our people love it so, man. Real quick, this is let's see if I can find it. The Lord, they trust. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. All right. Isaiah 30 and 12. It says, oh boy, I forgot. Let me do the quick now. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12, and it says, Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you a as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. That's right, because our people, the Israelites here in this society, 2/3 of our people, they trust in oppression. Okay, our people, they don't care that we're being oppressed. They don't care that the so-called white man and had us in hardcore slavery, got us in wage slavery, still got us in slavery to this day. They trust in that shit. And oppression is extortion, injury, extortion, gain, extortion, oppression, cruelly, gain by extortion. That's what our people, they trust in that shit. And then you go to that word for perverseness. The Hebrew word there is lawaz, and it says to depart, perverseness, forward, perverse, lost from view, to become devious. This is what our people trust in on this side, man. But they don't realize that by I didn't show it to y'all, brothers. But this is Isaiah. Well, I was reading from was Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12 and 12 and 13 and 14. Our people, they trust in perverseness, especially our women, man. They trust in oppression. They trust in this system, especially the women of our nation and the men too. But chiefly these women, they're for Esau, man. They for this symbol. All Esau got to do is give them something that look like them, and they're going to run with it, man. Like right now with the Camilla Harris situation, okay? She might be a Benjamite. She could be an Elamite, but the point of the matter is they gave a black face, so what? That these women can go out in droves and run to the polls as if she's going to do something for them. Just like they did when Barack Obama was in office, which he was set up, just like Camilla Harris is set up. Like the elder brother, Wakoya Kwam from London says all the time, hey, the people that you see of our people that's notable in this society, they're highly compromised, including Cardi B, the city girls, who we want to talk about in a little bit. The women, they all compromised, man. Anybody that you see of any notoriety of our nation in this society, they're highly compromised. And they can't be trusted because they're working for this system. And so going back to the initial subject of this lesson, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomites of the sons of Israel. Because that's what you see amongst our people. This harlot temperature, this temple harlotry. Okay, and these males giving their bodies up to be prostitutes for another man's lust, doing the same thing. Now I'm not going to play the actual what is it, the music from this, but I'm gonna just play it and show you the video. This is a grove, man. You see these trees hanging over here like that? That's a grove, man. And our people used to worship the Queen of Heaven in these groves, Talmuds in these groves. And now they're doing the same thing, but they don't know it. They're doing it in ignorance, and they still don't care. You see? You go through the grove, and you got the temple harlots right here. The two temple harlots with their legs open and their tongues out their mouth and their breasts exposed, man. Okay, this is all a symbol of those fertility, man. When you look up the Babylonian harlots, which I got the definition of it on what's it, Wikipedia? Yeah, Wikipedia. All right. It says sacred prostitution, temple prostitution, or cult of prostitution. And that's what this whole music industry is. It's a cult of prostitution for both men and women and even children. All right. It's a cult or worship of prostitution, man. So our women, they've become prostitutes so that they can be worshiped. And how do you show the worship to these whores? You give them attention. You give them money. I think there was an article that when the pandemic started, the OnlyFans registration went up like 800%. Let me see. 800%. Why? Because these women, when these jobs started failing, these women, they went straight to during the quarantine. They went straight to the internet to sell their bodies, man, so they can continue to live their life. Let me see. OnlyFans. Slacker. Yep, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Look at this. The Huffington Post. Jobless and quarantine, thousands turn to OnlyFans to make ends meet, man. Which these are all women, pretty much. A new gig economy job has flourished with people stuck at home and unemployment skyrocketing, selling nudes online. When coronavirus cases started spiking in Texas late last month, Isabella, 19-year-old student and waitress, felt a creeping sense of dread, right? Because these women, they're locked into this system and they need the money, not just to live, but to keep up their lifestyle. She was already living paycheck to paycheck while financially supporting her parents. A week later, she got a call. A business at a small Chinese restaurant where she worked had all but evaporated, and it could no longer afford to keep the lights on. She wouldn't be getting any more shifts for the foreseeable future. Isabella panicked, right? But she didn't turn to the Lord. She didn't turn to a man of the Lord. She panicked. She just started going bug out. Her manager urged her to hold off for filing unemployment benefits because it was unclear when the restaurant might reopen, a dilemma facing many service industries workers. And although her community college extended the deadline for tuition payments, providing some immediate relief, her bills were still due, and her family needed groceries. As she processed her situation, Isabella remembered that she had an account, so she already had an OnlyFans account. So while she was paying her so-called bills, see, they try to put this shit to try to make it seem like it was a noble idea. But a lot of these women with these regular jobs, so-called, they got OnlyFans accounts, man. A lot of these women that act like they trying to be a housewife, well, they don't act like that. Well, they act like they want to be somebody's main squeeze and woman. These bitches got OnlyFans accounts, man, on the cuff to make the extra money. So it says, as she processed her situation, Isabella remembered that she had an account on OnlyFans, a platform where content creators share posts that are accessible only to their paying subscribers. She had set up a profile with her friends a few months earlier because her friends was on it, joking at the time that she could sell nude photos on the site to get by if things ever got tough. So all these women, they go to what? The prostitution. When things get tough, they don't turn to the Lord. They don't turn to a man of the Lord. They're not seeking after righteousness. And that's why the scripture says what? All wickedness. Let me get that. This is Sirach 25:19, which I'm already in that chapter. I'll scroll down. Sirach 25:19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, man. Because see, through the woman came sin. And through her, we all die. It was her fault. She the one came up with that shit. Well, came and she brought it to Adam, and then we all knew sin, and then we end up we all died through her, man, because of a choice she made. So going back to here, talking about if times ever got tough, suddenly unable to work and confined to her house under a new government order, it seemed like her only viable option. Out of nowhere, it was just like, hey, you don't have a job anymore, said Isabella, who asked to be identified by her first name only due to stigma surrounding her new source of income. And when she's doing that because she's ashamed of it. She knows she ain't supposed to be doing that shit. If her father and her parents that she claimed she be taking care of knew that she was showing her titties and ass and box on OnlyFans, they would fucking throw it in a bus, man. Because that's no excuse. You don't see real men losing their jobs, and then the first thing we turn to is getting naked. Hell no, man. You find another job. You thug it out, man. But see, these women, they like the easy access. They like the easy money. They like to have not just the money, they love attention. These women are attention whores, man. And that goes back to these these harlots, man. But the scripture says, going back to Deuteronomy 23:17, there shall be no whores of the daughter of Israel, the daughters of Israel. When you look at who is the biggest sluts on earth, it's the women of our nation, the Black, Latino, Native American women. So let's look up that word for whore. The Hebrew word there is quadash shaya, quadasha. It says female temple prostitute, harlot, whore, feminine, female devotee, i.e. prostitute, whore. It says to Astarte and Venus, and prostituting himself in her honor. You see, which we're reading Deuteronomy 23 right now. Let's go back to Deuteronomy, or it's 18. You got 1 Kings 14:24, 15:12, 22:47, Job 36:4. Consecrated, Venus, hence harlot, as a lasciviousness worship of Venus amongst the Babylonians, which we're going to get into that. You see? But the women of our, and when you look up the word for prostitute, the 1520s, to offer to indiscriminate sexual intercourse, usually in exchange for money. From the Latin prostitutus, past participle or prostitutere, to expose to prostitution, expose publicly. And that's what you see in this video. The women, here it is, Cardi B got a husband. She got a husband and children, and she's exposing herself publicly. They put a dress on the bitch, you know? They put a dress on her, but she's exposing her body. You see? Talking about she a certified freak. You see? Committing lesbian acts, rubbing on another woman, kissing on another woman. And this Judah, and this is Judah and Ephraim, man. This is the daughters of Israel, man. These are daughters of Israel getting it in to this prostitution, man. Then they got the, I think this is another chick with a child. I forget this bitch name. She one of the Kardashians, man. She's a high level, well, not high level, but she's a low level witch. You see? Going into a room to be a slut. Look at this chick, man. Look. This is the Negro, Latino, Native American woman, man. How you got a husband and children, but you selling yourself for money, man? They ain't getting no show money, which they all complaining about that. So they got to make a video, get 85 million views, and 2.9 million of these people like this shit. They liked it. Even Nicki Minaj, who's another temple harlot, it says it makes Anaconda look like a Christian music, man. Joanna Cassetti approved for the 15th time. You see? And women, they cool with this shit. They're cool. Beyonce said I was royalty. Cardi and Meg telling me I'm a hoe. Uh-oh, decisions. Which Beyonce is a temple harlot too. You got Beyonce dressing like she's pregnant as fuck at this particular time, dressed like the Queen of Heaven, man. Which the Queen of Heaven is an idol. She's not real. You see? The helmet, the helpmeet, the male, the female, and all this other shit, man. Dressed like a total demon. She's a high-level prostitute, bruh. Esau with money takes her and do what he want with her, man. And then they call a bitch Mama Africa. Because she do a fucking show or movie. You niggas ain't even African. She'll do anything for fame, man. For glory, man. You see? But there's no uproar with that. The people of our nation, they just happy with this shit, man. You don't got no problem seeing no wicked shit like this, but we got a problem with it. Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai got a problem with it, man. Because this is not what he created the Israelite woman to be. But then when you think about it, and you thinking spiritually, hey, we did this against our Heavenly Father and his son when we started worshiping these idols of the other nations, man. We start giving his glory to these other nations. And these other nations got idols. They created a God. Our God is real, man. Our power is real. Theirs is fake, man. Says, let me see. a woman. Let's see. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? When it's talking about the daughter, it's talking about the men of Israel, because we're looked at as a comely and delicate woman to the Most High. When it says daughters, it's talking about the women, the females of our nation. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's what's happening now in the society. The women are compassing the men. When you look up that word for compass, the Hebrew word there is kabab, and it says to turn about, or around, or aside, or back, or towards, go about, around. So these women, they go around the man, and they go straight to Esau. They go to his system to walk around, right? These women, they don't reverence the men. They walk around us and get what they want, man. And this is a new thing in the earth for our backsliding. The reason why this is happening, but still, even with that being said, there should not be a whore of the daughters of Israel, man. But again, it going back to that Babylonian OnlyFans type thing. So going back to this article, it says out of nowhere, it was like, hey, you don't have a job anymore, said Isabella, who asked to be identified by her first name due to the stigma surrounding the new source of income. Right, and it's a stigma because it's out of order. This is something I could do from home. As the coronavirus pandemic sends American unemployment levels soaring to record highs, thousands of people have turned to OnlyFans and similar independent creator platforms such as Patreon in hopes of making up for lost wages. In recent weeks, OnlyFans has seen a 75% increase in signups, with more than 170,000 new users each day. According to the company, Patreon reported 50,000 new creators in March, its fastest ever rate of growth. But it's going to come a time when you women, you're not going to be able to sell those pictures. You're not going to be able to sell that bot. You know why? Because you're going to be overcome with grief, sorrow, pain, and destruction. And these men out here that's hard up for some box, guess what's going to happen? They're gonna take it, man. Because you doing nothing but advertising yourself, man. It says she heard about people making really good money on OnlyFans. So a week ago, she said, oh, I'm sorry, let me read this. At first, listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Ray, a new mother, she's not married to the father, you know that, in Southern California, was so abruptly furloughed last month after the gym she managed shut down due to the risk of coronavirus. Her fiance, a construction worker, still had a job, but work was slow and they started to worry about their mortgage payments and other bills. At first, we at the gym were told that we would still be paid, but that didn't last, said Ray, 25, who also asked not to use her full name for privacy reasons. Okay, I have a little one. So here it is, you got kids and you got a fiance and you on OnlyFans. He got a job. Y'all just gonna have to thug it out. But nope, she wanted to continue that lifestyle. So it was really stressful. I need to make sure he's taken care of. Who is it? He, the baby or the husband? It's the kid, it ain't the husband. She heard about people making really good money on OnlyFans. So a week ago, she set up an account to sell topless photos. So here it is. They're pushing that shit. They're pushing adultery, because no man should be watching another man's titty. Hey, this woman, she's pushing adultery. She's married, even though she's been married to many men because she's a whore, but she's so-called married in the eyes of Esau's court of law. She got a husband. She got a music career. He has a music career. He's rich. She's rich. She don't need to do this, but she do it because she want to keep that fame in Esau's society. You see? And the men so fucking weak, he don't even care. He supports this shit. She heard about people on OnlyFans. So a week ago, she set up an account to sell topless photos started sharing her new profile with people on Twitter. Before long, she had more than 40 paying fans. It has already made quite a difference for us, Ray said. Being stuck at home, I have time to network and put work into promoting my page. To her surprise, Ray added she has already made about $1,000 through subscriptions and tips on OnlyFans. Isabella has earned in a range of 250 to 300 in a matter of days, enough to keep food on the table for at least the next week, she said. You see? This shit is crazy, bruh. This shit is fucking crazy, man. And this is why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy this place, man. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, right? They don't want to hear correction. It's just like somebody selling dope. You don't got to sell drugs, man. You don't got to be a prostitute. There's millions of ways to make money besides slinging ass. But a lot of Jake, they want the easy way out. They don't want to have to struggle. They don't want to have to grind it out. So what they do, they trust in oppression. They despise the word, trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. It's all right. It's a breach between that contract we made with Yahweh Shem Shai, and you're going to be ready to fall. Swelling out in high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly and at an instant. And he shall break it as a breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare. Right? Yahweh Shem Shai not going to spare you women because you got children, because you crying. No, man, you broke his law, statute, commandments, and you didn't care. So then you have to face that judgment. So that then shall not be found in the bursting of it a shred to take from the earth, or to take water withal out of the pit. For thus saith the Lord power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, which is the elect, and in quietness and confidence so your strength, and ye would not. So they didn't want to hear this. They didn't want to hear that eventually Yahweh Shem Shai is going to save us. And in quietness and confidence shall we have strength. But ye said no, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. And that's what's going to happen when judgment comes. Hey, a lot of women going to be caught up, especially you women here in Babylon, man. Because you're not lowly, you're haughty, you're out of order. Right? And this all goes back to ancient Babylon. They were doing the same thing. Listen to this. It says historically, this is off of Wikipedia, sacred prostitution. The historically or literal sacred prostitution, particularly in some places and periods, is a controversial within an academic world. Mainstream historiography has traditionally considered it probable historically reality based on the abundance of ancient sources and chroniclers detailing its rights, while modern day gender researchers challenge those views and mistranslations and cultural slander. Regardless of it, historically, the myth of sacred prostitution has been adopted as a sign of distinction by sex workers, modern pagans, and practitioners of sex magic, which that's what they do in the industry, man. Sex magic, man. You see? They were into that. You see? Cult prostitution, a class of women, prostitute. And these ancient nations, they did that, and the Lord told us not to follow after these ways. It says the Hebrew Bible uses two different words for prostitute, zonah and quadasha, which I just read that. The word zonah simply meant an ordinary prostitute or loose woman, but the word quadasha literally means set apart, a feminine form from the Semitic root, meaning holy, consecrated, set apart. Nevertheless, zonah and Kadasha are not interchangeable terms. The former occurs 93 times in the Bible, whereas the latter only used in 3 places, conveying different connotations. Male prostitutes called Kadesh or Kadash, literally male who is set apart. Hebrew word, okay, that just goes into etymology of words. In the ancient Greece, sacred prostitution was known in the city of Corinth, where the temple of Aphrodite employed a significant number of female servants, during classical antiquity. The Greek term Herodolius has sometimes been taken to mean sacred holy woman. And it says, in the temple of Apollo, a woman was found buried with the inscription reading, "Adulteress, prostitute, seize me. Because I fled from Bula, it has been speculated that she might be a woman forced into sacred prostitution as a punishment for adultery." See? So they were just going off, man. You got in the Greek influence, the colonized world, sacred prostitution was known as Cyprus. And it says in the kingdom of Pontus, Cappadocia, described as sacred prostitution in the Hebrew temple under the reign of Hellenistic ruler Antiochus IV Epiphanes, man. A total demon, man. And these are illustrations. The women do the same thing today, brothers. They're doing the same thing today. They do the same poses. They bent over, popping their ass, showing it for everybody. Their breast is exposed. For any man who has the right amount of money, they'll let you smash, man. And here's an example. This is what the city girl said on the Breakfast Club.
It's so funny, you know, like my people talk really like dominated. To push our music, it was just like to push our music, the pictures, which nowadays is a gift in the person.
Now, you keep talking about the pussy talk record. I want to ask you about something in that record. You say don't nothing but this cash make this pussy talk. Don't nothing but a bag make this pussy talk. With that said, does your pussy ever just have casual conversation?
Look at these hoes laughing. And they laughing like it's funny. This is funny to these dumb demonic demons, man. Mind you, they're pushing the whole vibration onto the women of our nation. They're not teaching them to be lovers of their husbands and children, keepers at home. They're teaching them, pay me money so I can lay with you. But if you call them out on it, then they get offended.
Charlamagne, you is so funny. You know that?
I'm asking a serious question.
You is so funny. You is so funny. You know, like,
and the scripture says the haughty looks of a woman. I meant the let's see if I find it. This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 9. Sirach 26 and 9. Sirach 26 and 9. Says this: the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids, man. And as you can see it, we're gonna get to that. Look at this. The haughty look, she proud, and her eyelids, man. These fake eyelashes, the fake hair. And this chick right here, JT, she really bald, man. Both of these hoes are bald-headed, man. See? But they proud, man.
my people talk money. Like, I want to talk money. Like, I don't want to talk about nothing else. It's like we need to get straight to the point. What's up? I told you this when I came to the first.
Here it is. This chick she got 2 children by 2 different baby daddies. She talking about if you're not talking about money, then we're not talking about nothing. That's wicked, man.
I'm like, you gonna get your bag. Like, I didn't want to just talk money. Like, I don't be having time for everything else. Like, if we go fuck with each other, let's go come. But I just want to know that you can spend money on me first and foremost.
Y'all ain't never fuck with a broke nigga. JT, I think it was JT said if you go broke, this pussy gonna be single. So you never dated a broke man ever?
In the younger days, I dated some broke boys before. Like, I'm only what? I'm young, so y'all done dated some young boys before.
But she don't even want to tell our real age, man. These hoes gotta go, man. This is the woman. These are the women of Israel. You don't see this shit with these other nations, man. These other nation women don't even want to fuck with Jake like that unless, you know, it's some type of flavor, something going on. But a lot of you, look at the women, our women, a lot of these women try to keep their integrity, their national integrity, man. Our women, man, they're not even women. They just like females, man. Females, man. Because a woman means a servant, a slave. And these women are anything but that, man.
Want me to get off work and stuff, like, you know?
Y'all made it so hurt.
Y'all ain't never fuck with a broke nigga. JT, I think it was JT said if you go broke, this pussy gonna be single. You never dated a broke man ever?
In the younger days,
I
everybody dated some broke boys before. Like, I'm only what? I'm young, so y'all done dated some young boys before. They had to wait on their mama to get off work and stuff. Like, you know?
Charlotte made it so hurt because he was broke for so long, so it really bothers him. Really.
You know what? The problem with broke niggas is I done dealt with some broke niggas and them niggas act rich. So it's just like, since you want to act so rich, you can stay your broke ass over there because them the ones with the worst attitude. Them niggas who ain't got no money.
They be confident.
They be so confident.
Yeah.
They be fresh. It's like, oh my God. It was like younger days dealing with them broke boys who probably just on their way to the money.
But broke boys be the ones that dog you most of.
You know,
Man, hey, the Most High gonna kill these bitches, bro. And then these the same bitches that put a video out. Remember, we said there should be no whore of the daughters of Zion, nor sodomites of the sons of Israel, man. Look at Jake, man.
No more motherfucking job application.
Look at Jake.
Yeah.
You don't have any NFL, right? Fuck all that.
Look at this shit,
Y'all
bro.
already looked.
This already is an abomination. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai gonna kill you niggas, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna destroy you niggas, man. Look at this shit, bro. And this is an abomination, bro. Let's get off of this screen real quick. I don't even want to watch this shit, bro. That shit is nasty, bro. Hey, this Deuteronomy. Oh my God, we gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. We gotta get out of here, man. Oh man, we gotta get out of here, man. A woman's garment. Woman's garment. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy power, man. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen or linen together. So the point of the matter is, a man ain't supposed to wear what a woman wears, man. Yeah, you see that? You see that shit was terrible, bruh. This nigga, the nigga had on the nigga had on a woman's garment, man. The nigga had on, look at this shit.
Bobo's on.
Look, he got fucking, and then the women accept that shit. See, the woman, or rather the woman Esau, Edom, he'll rather you to be effeminate, a feet like this. See, these niggas ain't gonna be saved. They gotta be destroyed. This nigga got a beard on his face. They're the wickedest niggas with the biggest beards, man. He got a beard on his face. He got a whole woman's outfit on, bro. And then the woman accepts this shit. You don't see that this shit is a fucking abomination? That's an abomination, bro. But y'all accept that shit. Nobody listens, man. You niggas is sick. Niggas is sick, man. 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And these prostitutes around our nation, they're living in pleasure, but they don't realize that they're dead. They're dead women walking. You know? They don't realize that they're dead, man. And see, like when we start to say stuff like this, they call it hate speech. But wait a minute, why do the men of our nation gotta be like that? Why do women of our nation why do we have to accept this? We don't accept it. The Most High Yahweh Shema Shai don't accept it. He see what's going on down here every day. That's why the Lord said he's angry with the wicked every day, man. And the women of our nation, they constantly live in pleasure. They want a nigga with money, but see, they get dumb niggas with money because high value men are not checking for high value men that ain't checking for chicks like the City Girls or Megan Thee Stallion. He ain't checking for this. A high value man don't want no bitch that's like this. You know? Our women are the bases, are the base. They worse than a white woman, man. And she's low. The brother Harry O put a scripture up. It says Isaiah 1:5. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint. It's right, man. And Jake got to go, man. Jake got to go, man. 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that live in pleasure is dead while she living, which I just read. That's the spirit. That's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you see it, and when you see it, it'd be like, damn, man, what the fuck, bro? Look at our people, man. Look at this shit. They worship a woman she's married with children, and then I heard that she can't even cook, bro. She's not even a real wife, bro. She's just there. She's just there. She do all this singing and dancing. She eats shit, piss, all kinds of shit, man. You see? They don't know how to be wives, man. It is 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. The head of the woman is the man. The head of the woman is the man. The woman is not in charge of her own self, man. And that's why the majority of these women that you see out here, man, they are some type of medication, antidepressants. They bug out. They need therapy because they don't understand what's going on. They don't know how to move. They moving hastily. They moving in emotions. And they make the worst decision. Women are the worst decision makers on the planet Earth, man. Women, you leave a woman up to make a decision, bro. Don't think that it's going to come out good on your side, man. Her decisions have to be made from her father to her husband, man. Okay, it says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. But Esau, he took the man out of the equation and made the woman the head, the children the center, and then the man the tail, man. It says every man, it says, and the head of Hamashiach is the heavenly Father. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth and prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all as one that she was shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn and shaven, let her be covered. And you got like Tiffany Haddish. Let me see. Take the shit off. You got Tiffany Haddish. She went bald, man. She looked like she looked ugly, man. And she don't even care. Look.
Oh yeah, Angelina.
Man, she look look at Tiffany Haddish, man. This is a shame for a woman to look like this, man. This is a shame for a woman to shave all her head off, which she already got no hair at all, but then she just shave it all off. You out of order. And she probably did this for some type of ritual or something, man. But you don't know about, man. You know? Just through. Fucking through. You know what I'm saying? And the scripture says it's a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven. Let's look up those words. Shorn. Shorn or shaven. The word for shorn in the Greek. The word for shorn in the Greek.
Strong's G 2751. Cairo.
It says to shear, to cut, shearing, cutting short the hair of their head. So you know how these women, they get in their feelings and they want a brand new start and they cut their hair short. They're not even supposed to do that. A woman is not supposed to have short hair, man. A woman is not supposed to have short hair, man. Her hair is supposed to be long and flowing. Why? Because that's her glory, man. That's a covering too. So it's a shame for a woman to have short hair. Okay, let's look up shaving. So it's a shame for a woman to have shorn or short hair or shaven.
Strong's G 3587. Xurao.
Which is to shear, to shave, to get oneself shaved, meaning a razor, to shave or shear the hair. And you look at old girl. Look at old girl. Couple of these actresses done did this shit, man. Trying to take it to the next level, man. You out of order. Out of order. Out of order. Disobedient. And you know why they this way? Because they don't have a head. The body is like a chicken with his head cut off, just running around, man. It says, verse 6, for if a woman is not, for if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For the man indeed ought not cover his head, for as much as he is the image of the glory of the Most High, but the woman is the glory of the man. And the reason why our women are out of order, because the Lord took our glory away from us, bro. Took them women out of here, man. See, and that's part of the curses. Another man laying with your woman. You see? For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman created what the woman for the man. You see? So the woman was created for the man. The woman was created for the man, not the man for the woman. Okay? It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. She is. Neither was the man created for woman, but the woman was created for man. The woman was created to be a helpmate. She was created to be a helpmate, not a whore, not a trickster, not a prostitute, not independent. Okay? And then when you bring this up, they'll cuss you out. Oh, fuck that nigga. These hoes they dress like witches with claws, you know, creeping. And this demon right here, oh God, and she's a total demon, man. A total demon. A total fucking demon, bro. Look, witches, man. Straight up witchcraft, man. With the black and white, which just goes back to masonry. Okay? Total witchcraft. Total witchcraft. Which I don't know who this is, but they're out of order. Look at it, out of order, bro. Out of order, man. Out of complete order. The women of our nation are through, man. But then when you comment on it, you say something about it, then it's, oh, something wrong with you. No, we don't. We love women, but our women have to be shamefaced, man. Okay? Obedient. The brother said my sister just cut all of her hair off and dyed it pink. She through, bruh. Hey, she through, bruh. It says, this is Sirach chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You see? Because you lose your mind, you out of your mind. That's a terrible judgment, man. And to have to keep house with a wicked woman, that's even worse, man. And it says, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and our women hate us, man. And any revenge but the revenge of enemies. And your woman is your enemy, man. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. That's right, man. You don't want to come home to that. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And it does. You see a woman when she's young, she had this fresh, bright, vibrant look, but as she gets wickeder and wickeder and older, and the wicked, she waxes old in that wickedness, she gets darker and darker, man. And the brother said the blue book value gone, extremely gone, man. You can't even trade that in. You can't trade the women of our nation. You can't trade them in. Now, we're not saying that. You got to understand too, there's going to be women going to be saved, man. You know, but a lot of these women, they're going to be destroyed, man. You know? And the ones that's truly prostitutes that's in that game, you're going to have prostitutes that's going to get saved. We're not saying that a woman that's a prostitute is not going to get saved either. She's going to get saved. But these kind of women I gave you an example of, they're not going to make it, bro. Her husband shall sit among, it says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors. When he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. And I know this nigga, Offset. He hear this shit about his woman, bruh. I know he see this shit. He hear niggas talking about his woman. You got niggas jacking off to your woman. You know, you got niggas talking crazy about to you with your woman in front of you, man. You got to sigh bitterly, man. You married to a straight up whore. Just like Jay-Z's married to a straight up whore. You know? A slut. A super demon, man. A super duper demon. You know? He shall sigh bitterly. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of the sinner fall upon her. And that nigga Offset, he is a sinner. That's why he got a wicked woman. That's his portion. As the climbing of a sandy way is to the feet of the age, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. And you know, Jake, we go through that, man. You be sitting home in relatively quietness and peace, and then your woman come home talking, man. She ain't coming home to serve. She coming home filling you with a whole bunch of nonsense, man. And it's hard to deal with climbing up a sandy way, especially if you're an aged man. How much more you living with you a quiet man, but you got a woman full of words. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure, right? Because people look at this and call it beautiful. You look at Beyonce and niggas are jacking off to her because they stumbling at a woman's outer beauty, man. But she's really a whole mess inside, man. She's not a real woman. She don't play the role of a real woman. A real woman is quiet, obedient, modest in her apparel, in her actions, in her deeds, charitable, obedient to her husband, loves her children. Okay? So you got Jake living with women, you can't even get sex from him. And that's part of loving your husband. You know? Says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. And that's the nigga woman all day. That's the Latin woman all day. A wicked woman abateth the courage and maketh heavy countenance and woundeth the heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And you ain't gonna get comforted by these women on this side, man. Because they're whores. They're all about themselves. They self-absorbed, narcissistic megalomaniacs, man. And they think they worth more than what their actual value is. Of a woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. See? And these women, they don't read these scriptures. They get out the room. You start reading these scriptures. That's archaic. Oh, that's old. No, it's just the truth. Give the water no passage. Neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. And that's what Esau does. He gives wicked women liberty to gather abroad, man. To troop abroad, man. That's why you get on these sites, these bitches talk about some, I love traveling the world. I'm doing all this other shit. But you ain't got no husband. You 30, 40, 32, 35, 25, 22. No husband, no kids. You ain't settled down. You ain't got shit going on for yourself. You all over the place. One failed relationship after another. One failed relationship after another. But yet it's men's fault. Get out of here, man. If she go not, as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce, man. And Yahweh Shema Shai is going to give 2/3 of you women a bill of divorce, man. So I hope brothers were edified. I hope you were really edified with this, man. We almost out of here. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kadash. Say double honor to the apostles, the elders of great millstone for teaching his word and truth and sincerity, for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Aga. Keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out here. Hey, Shalom. He said, I see them claiming Yasha Allah didn't say happy birthday Libras. Yeah, these women are off, man. That's why ain't no woman in the truth, brother. Don't ever think that there's a woman in the truth. You got believers. You got women that believe. You ain't got no woman in the truth, man. Hey, Shalom.